This is the Holy Bible channel that unites the stories of our Lord Jesus Christ. Join me in uniting His stories on earth. And finally, I have a question, and you might be one of the winners of our annual promo. Your watching, sharing and subscribing to our channel is a great contribution for our assisted students. Let's go. The story of Jesus healing the centurion's servant is recorded in the Bible in the book of Matthew, chapter 8, verses 5 to 13, and in the book of Luke, chapter 7, verses 1 to 10. According to the accounts, a centurion came to Jesus and asked him to heal his servant who was paralyzed and suffering greatly. Jesus agreed to go and heal the servant, but the centurion humbly replied that he was not worthy to have Jesus come under his roof and that he believed that Jesus only needed to say the word for the servant to be healed. Jesus was amazed at the centurion's faith and said that he had not found such great faith in all of Israel. He then declared that the servant would be healed, and when the centurion returned home, he found that his servant was indeed healed. This story is significant because it shows that Jesus was willing to heal not only Jews but also Gentiles, and it also highlights the power of faith in Jesus. The centurion's faith in Jesus' ability to heal his servant without even being physically present demonstrated a remarkable trust and belief in Jesus' power. The story tells of a centurion who had a servant who was paralyzed and suffering greatly. The centurion had heard of Jesus and believed that he had the power to heal his servant. He sent some Jewish elders to ask Jesus to come and heal his servant. When Jesus was near the centurion's house, the centurion sent friends to Jesus to tell him not to trouble himself to come, but to just say the word and his servant would be healed. Jesus was amazed at the centurion's faith and said that he had not found such faith in all of Israel. Jesus then declared that the servant was healed. The story is a powerful demonstration of faith in Jesus' ability to heal, regardless of social status or religious background. It also highlights the importance of having faith in Jesus and trusting in His power to heal and provide for us. How God created the universe. The creation of the earth is described in the book of Genesis in the Old Testament of the Bible. According to this account, God created the earth and everything in it in 6 days, resting on the seventh day. The account states that, on the first day, God created light and separated it from darkness. On the second day, God created the sky and separated the waters above from the waters below. On the third day, God created dry land and vegetation. On the fourth day, God created the sun, moon, and stars to mark seasons and days. On the fifth day, God created sea creatures and birds. On the sixth day, God created land animals and humans. In this account, God is described as speaking everything into existence. He declares that everything He creates is good, and after creating humans, He declares that His creation is very good. It's important to note that the creation account in Genesis is often interpreted in different ways by different people, and there are various debates about how it should be understood. Some people interpret the account literally, while others view it as a metaphorical or symbolic representation of the creation of the universe. Regardless of how one interprets the creation account in Genesis, it serves as a reminder of God's power and creativity in bringing the world into being. It also emphasizes the importance of stewardship and care for the earth and its creatures, as God entrusted humans with the responsibility of caring for His creation. The story of Noah's Ark. God saw that the earth was filled with violence and corruption, and He decided to cleanse the earth with a flood. He instructed Noah, a righteous man, to build an ark and to take 2 of every kind of animal on board with his family. Noah obeyed God's command and built the ark, which was large enough to hold his family and the animals. When the flood came, it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, and the waters covered the earth. The ark floated on the water, and after many months, the flood receded. Noah sent out a dove to see if there was dry land, and it returned with an olive leaf, indicating that the waters had receded. Finally, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat, and Noah and his family and the animals came out of the ark. God made a covenant with Noah, promising never again to destroy the earth with a flood. He gave Noah the rainbow as a sign of His covenant. The story of Joseph and his brothers. Joseph was the youngest son of Jacob, and he was favored by his father. This caused jealousy and resentment among his older brothers, who plotted to kill him. Instead, they sold him into slavery in Egypt. In Egypt, Joseph worked for Potiphar, a wealthy Egyptian, but he was falsely accused of a crime and thrown into prison. However, God was with Joseph, and he interpreted the dreams of Pharaoh's cupbearer and baker, which led to his release from prison. Pharaoh also had a dream, and Joseph interpreted it as a warning of a coming famine. Pharaoh was impressed by Joseph's wisdom and made him second in command in Egypt. When the famine came, Joseph's brothers came to Egypt to buy food. They did not recognize Joseph, but he recognized them. Joseph tested his brothers to see if they had changed, and eventually revealed his identity to them. Joseph forgave his brothers and reconciled with them. He also brought his father and his entire family to Egypt, where they settled in the land of Goshen. Joseph's story is a powerful testimony to God's faithfulness and sovereignty, even in the midst of difficult circumstances. This is the question. Jesus was amazed at the centurion's faith and said that he had not found such great faith in all of? Just comment your answer. Don't forget to share and subscribe. Thank you.